everybody, and welcome back to Epps World Entertainment Podcast, your go-to podcast for all things geeky. I'm your host, Korey Epps, and today we've got a ton of updates on the world of TV, movies, and so much more. Alright, so we're going to start, but we're also going to honor those that we've lost this past week. Alright, so starting with top news, TV news. Andor Season 2 is happening, of course. And if you haven't seen the trailer yet, go watch the trailer. Actually, I can't play the sound for the trailer, but we'll take a look right now at the trailer. If you guys are either on the TikTok or right now or listening to this at home, then you'll have to go see the trailer yourself. But these are for the YouTube peoples. So here we go. So we see stop and go. So we see Andor is walking down right now, hallways. He's doing things. He's setting up right now. So from my understanding of this show, we're supposed to be seeing Andor lead up to Star Wars episode. What is that? Star Wars Rogue One and whatnot. All of this. So we're getting not only Andor back, we're getting Saw Gerrera. We're getting Alan Tudyk back. As his android buddy. We're also getting return of some big fan favorites, and we get to see the Death Star before it's built and whatnot. So I can't wait to see this show. Star Wars fans are of course hyped. Lucasfilms just dropped their first trailer for Andor Season 2, and if you thought the first season was intense, this one promises to be even more of an espionage action rebellion. So no official release date just yet. Oh no, I'm sorry. There is official release date. It's April 22nd, only on Disney Plus. So if you guys haven't seen the Andor trailer yet, go watch it. It's honestly action packed to the wall completely. Moving on to movie news. Nick Frost. If you guys don't know who Nick Frost is, he was the buddy in Shaun of the Dead. He's also been in Paul. He was in Paul with Simon Pegg. And he's been in a bunch of different things. So, you know him from Shaun of the Dead. You know him from Hot Fuzz. But Nick Frost is now stepping deeper into the horror world. He's getting more into scary movies completely. He's got 2 films coming: Black Cab, a straight-up horror flick, my bad, and a movie called Getaway, which is a horror comedy that marks his solo screenwriting debut. So he wrote that film. The latter drops in this December, later this year. So we'll get to see both movies, hopefully this year. So. If you guys like what you're seeing, of course, over on TikTok, don't forget to support. Don't forget to show me some love. Show me some hearts. So, who loves Community? I love my Community. And when I mean Community, I'm talking about the TV show Community. All right? So, the TV show Community had 6 seasons, had Donald Glover on there, had Joe McHale, had Chevy Chase, and so many good majority of people on that show. So now they did 6 seasons. It's time for a movie. If you get that 6 seasons in a movie, you've seen all of Community then, and I congratulate you. So I congratulate you too. I'm talking to 2 different cameras right now. So season 6 in a movie. 6 seasons in a movie, and it's finally happening. Ken Jeong recently said that the script for Community made him super emotional, meaning that the script of Community is done almost. It's pretty much done. The Community movie made him super emotional. So filming details are still kind of under wraps, but expect the original an original cast is going to return. So we get Donald Glover coming back to that role that kind of blew him up a little bit, Troy. So there's no release date for it, but hopefully, fingers crossed. I honestly think if they start filming this year for this movie, then it'll probably, let's see, I would say 2027, the latest. a 2027 maybe fall drop. I'm calling it right now for the Community movie. If you love Community, if you have not watched Community, go watch it. Donald Glover's in it. It's one of his like first like big breakout roles before he became the huge star that he is now, of course. Joe McHale's in it. Most people see Joe McHale and they see like The Soup, if you've ever watched that show on E a long, long time ago. It's got Gillian Jacobs. Chevy Chase is on there if you love Chevy Chase. Some people love Chevy Chase. But, you know, moving on to comic book news. A trans-led creative team launches a new Supergirl series over at DC. So as part of DC's Summer of Superman event, a new Supergirl comic series is launching on May 14th. All right, the series boasts a trans-led creative team with acclaimed artist Sophie Campbell writing and drawing, and Tamara, I'm going to butcher her name, Bonvilla, yeah, handling the colors. The story follows Kara Zor-El returning to Midvale, only to discover another Supergirl has taken her place, prompting a quest to reclaim her identity. All right. The series will also feature a new costume designed by Stanley Artgum Lau. So we get this whole big like identity crisis with Supergirl, which honestly I've always said this. It's hard to write for Supergirl. It's really hard to write for Superman. They both, you know, they're both essentially kind of God. How do you write for essentially someone who's God? Kevin Smith has said that before. But they always have to keep trying to find new ways to make them. So this is a good way for her to kind of figure out her own identity. I'm calling Superman 3 on this one. If you've never seen Superman 3, well, let's see if we can look up the Supergirl thing first. All right. If you haven't seen any of the Supergirl TV show, I highly recommend it. It got a little in the middle there, but that's because COVID happened and then Melissa Benoist got pregnant, who played Supergirl on TV. She's still Supergirl to me. Let's see. Superman. No, but that's one of it. And so this is our current Supergirl right now. James Gunn dropped on January 23rd. But I'm looking for the Supergirl comic book. So we'll look for that comic. All right. We're looking for like the latest comic. So right now, this is kind of what we have. We've got this design, Woman of Tomorrow. And actually, this is the story. Woman of Tomorrow is going to be what that movie is going to be about. The Supergirl movie is going to be about. I don't really see too much, but I mean, still. Oh, here it is. Here we go. New Supergirl comic from Sophie Campbell. Looks like it'll be fantastic. I am so glad someone wrote that. Try TCX on February 20th. So the artwork looks great. And it's very vibrant. It's got the Supergirl. They're really pounding in that new Superman and Super S logo on anything that's Superman. So that'll be great to kind of see there. I'm hoping that I haven't read a comic book in a minute, but I might actually pick this one up just because I'm curious. All right, who's watching Invincible right now? I am. Invincible, of course, is currently going on its third season, and with that, there is so much going on right now. I still need to watch the 5th episode of Invincible, but there's a lot, if you guys can kind of see. I don't want to spoil too much and anything, but if you've ever wanted to feel invincible yourself, there is an Invincible tabletop game coming. Fans of Invincible comic book series have a reason to celebrate. Free League Publishing has partnered with Skybound Entertainment to create an official tabletop role-playing game based on a popular series. Renowned game designer Adam Bradford and Thomas, I'm gonna definitely butcher his name. Anyway, are adapting the superhero world of Robert Kirkman, Corey Walker, and Ryan Otley to Year Zero engine. The game will focus on balancing everyday life with superhero duties, and it is set to launch a Kickstarter later this year. So it's gonna be a tabletop RPG video game. I'm kind of looking forward to that a little bit, just because it's been a while since I've done any kind of gaming, and I need to get my game on. I miss gaming a little bit, just a little bit, you know. And then Invincible itself has been. Let's see if I could try to find any news more on this RPG that they're trying to do. So I want to see if they have any concept art or pictures. But if you've never seen Invincible, you know, it's in development, so that means they haven't really released any kind of like anything new about it. So let's see what else we got going on today. Doctor Who. Oh wait, Doctor Who is coming back this season. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I honestly forgot, and why am I not following Doctor Who for BBC America right now? And they haven't updated their stuff at all over here. They're dropping a ball over there, Doctor Who for BBC America. Let's go to the British spot, Doctor Who. But Doctor Who is coming back for season 2 of Doctor Who. Season 2/season 558 for Doctor Who, to be fair. I don't know. I just threw a number out there because it's been on since the 60s. All right, here we go. We got Doctor Who right here. Why is it saying that there's something wrong? Here we go. Come on, load. Here we go. So Doctor Who is coming back April 12th. You can watch it, of course, on BBC iMovie Player. In the UK, and Disney Plus were available. So, from my understanding, they're supposed to change their time difference for Doctor Who. But let's see. Let's get a good look at the Doctor. He looks like he's wearing his trench coat, black as I don't know what. I love it. And then we've got his new companion here. What I like about this, though, is that they're not really just throwing away the old companion. But the guest star, the first guest star, is a returning Who person, Alan Cumming. If you don't know who Alan Cumming is, he's currently the host of The Traitor, which is currently on Peacock here in America. But also, he was Nightcrawler. He was the first Nightcrawler in X-Men movie, X-Men 2, X United. He's played, let's see, who else? He's played a bunch of stuff. If anybody's ever seen the movie Spy Kids, he plays the villain in the first Spy Kids movie, who's like a kids TV host. I love it. But Doctor Who is coming back, of course. They're also like, there's a lot of like Doctor Who love kind of going out there. If you guys also love Doctor Who, check out the Big Finish stuff. The Big Finish stuff is kind of really awesome, just because you get to like hear continuing adventures of like these doctors and whatnot. So, so coming up next, were you guys up this morning? Early this morning? I hope you were, because something juicy dropped this morning, and ooh-wee. It was good. Somebody at Marvel was probably pissed. So, massive Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday art leak happened this morning. I was on the bus when I saw this. When I started seeing the internet just go crazy, so I had to grab them. I had to like see them myself. So if you're on here right now and you want to go see them, I tried to post them on here, but I don't think they're gonna let me keep them on there. But go, I'm sure there's like ways to go find this picture. You can actually probably go on my Instagram page, and then also my profile page, Epps World Entertainment, Epps World ENT, or Epps World 87 on X. I like my wig too. Thank you. It's just very bold. All right. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking up. I got distracted by the comment there about the wig. um, by the way, Epps World Entertainment. Where did I put them? I put them here. Here we go. So the concept art, the first concept art that I'm showing you right now, and for again, if anybody wants to see this, you Zoe, you got the #1 gifter badge. Congratulations. By the way. Okay, so going back to this, you see Black Panther, what looks like Wakanda. Wakanda's looking very like dark, but there's different concept arts for T'Challa. I didn't want to get one of the ones with Chadwick Boseman's face on there just because it kind of made me sad. I was a huge fan of Chadwick Boseman, so I loved his movies. But you get to see him. You also get a good look of God Emperor Doom, who's going to be played by Tony Stark. I'm wondering how he's going to play that, though. Is he going to play it like he's Tony Stark, or is he going to play it a little bit differently? Somehow. I don't know. But we got God Emperor Doom / Doctor Doom / God, Doom, whatever he's calling him. But then, as you go in, you get to see all these other pictures of people living everyday life on there. For example, Star-Lord and Vision are both, look like they're kind of roommates, watching some TV or hanging out at Peter Quill's house. So I wonder what happened there. And it's White Vision if you haven't watched the WandaVision TV show yet. Go watch it. And then you also get a concept art of what looks like Wong, Peter Quill, Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel. You get Wiccan, and you get who is that? You get Cassie Lang. You get a couple people in here. Happy birthday, Richard, by the way. Hope you're having a good birthday. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, there's a lot of these concept arts out there for the show. You may see what the Silver Surfer for the new Fantastic Four movie is going to look like. Okay? It's one of those. It's going to be one of those things. And then you also get Fantastic Four art. You literally get artwork of seeing the Invisible Woman, use her powers along with them being a family. So, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, so happy birthday, Richard Dixon. I hope that everything is good. I hope you guys are great. It's Richard Dixon. And I like it. I hate to hear that your dad died. But it's one of those. I just hope that you guys are getting through it. Honestly, I hope. There's a lot of people out there who go through that kind of thing, and it just doesn't. So trust me, I've lost some people myself quite recently. So anyway, thank you again, and thank you guys for whoever's gifting and all that stuff on here. I really appreciate that. You're welcome. Small acts of kindness count. Don't matter. I will stop a show to show stuff like that, to show some kind of kindness and whatnot. But anyway, I have to get back to the show. All right, so back to it. So if you see some of the key highlights that I pointed out. Doctor Doom was unveiled. The art itself gives us a first look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, showcasing a menacing take on his iconic villain. A new Black Panther, of course. It appears that someone has been cast as the MCU there, Black Panther, but I'm not sure who, so I'll have to find it. But he's aged up T'Challa. And then, of course, you got the concept art of the Young Avengers all together in itself, which has like Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, and then, of course, you got Wong and Star-Lord there. So these leaks literally set the freaking internet on fire completely. So it's a very important note that the concept art is, of course, very exploratory, and the final, and it might differ. So this is not something that the will be final for. So moving on to some sadder news, though. So this week has kind of been like a really sort of hard week in entertainment news. Today, actually, we lost Angie Stone, singer-songwriter, R&B goddess Angie Stone. She died on the way back to Atlanta in a car crash, unfortunately. But my thoughts and prayers go out to her. I didn't have enough time to kind of put anything together for her, so I will at some point put something together for her, either as a post or record a podcast. But another person that passed is somebody who was so dear to my childhood heart, Michelle Trachtenberg. I grew up with her, watching her on shows like Pete and Pete, Harriet the Spy, and of course Buffy the Vampire Slayer was one of my favorite shows. Still one of my favorite shows. So Michelle Trachtenberg, of course, is best known for her roles there. She was found unresponsive in her Manhattan apartment on February 26, 2025. The exact cause of her death hasn't really been confirmed, as her family objected to an autopsy for religious reasons. So they don't even want to know what happened. And I can understand that. So, in the past year, though, Trachtenberg had faced serious health struggles, including undergoing liver transplant. Despite this, she remains active. She remained active in the entertainment industry and was even set to appear at the South by Southwest Festival to support her final project, Spiral, a documentary on mental health awareness. So she was still working until the day she passed, and that sucks. Friends, of course, came out and paid their tributes. Many of them heartbroken. Sarah Michelle Gellar being one of them. Her Buffy co-star posted a throwback photo and a heartfelt message on social media, remembering their time together on set. And then also Danny Tamborelli, who worked with her on the Adventures of Pete and P, and called her a caring and talented friend and a touching tribute. Her passing has hit the entertainment world hard, with many fans and fellow actors mourning the loss of someone who grew up in front of cameras and left a lasting impact on TV and film. So for me, Michelle Trachtenberg was literally like one of my celebrity crushes. She was also someone I could enjoy watching and entertain and whatnot. So I loved her, watching her over and over in Buffy. I loved watching her and Euro Trip. That was one of my favorite movies. Still, I loved watching her and all this stuff. I didn't get a chance to watch her in Gossip Girl, but I might check out Gossip Girl, to be honest with you. Um, and so her passing has kind of affected everybody. Um, Trachtenberg, of course, started acting at a young age with her breakout role in Harriet the Spy, 1996, and she later gained a cult following as Dawn Summers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and continued her career with memorable roles in Gossip Girl, Euro Trip, and 17 again. I can't even remember her in 17 again, but she is in 17 again, isn't she? Jeez. Beyond acting, she was also known for her, her activist. She was also known for her activism. I can't even say the word. Her outreach, basically, speaking out on mental health and supporting various charities throughout her career. Her final film, Spiral, is literally aimed at mental health issues. So, if you guys get a chance and it maybe gets released, they release it or something, watch it, check it out. My final thoughts for Trachtenberg is that I hope she's in someplace better, resting well. So, and then another legend pass completely. Gene Hackman, aka OG Lex Luthor, passed away. On February 26, 2025, Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy, and one of their dogs were found deceased in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home. A maintenance worker concerned after not hearing from the couple discovered their bodies and alerted authorities. Initial findings suggest that Hackman had been deceased approximately 9 days, with his pacemaker data indicating that his heart stopped on February 17th. So he had a pacemaker in, and his heart stopped, like literally just stopped. So let's see. The Santa Fe County Sheriff Department reported no, immediate signs of foul play. Both Hackman and his wife tested negative for carbon monoxide poisoning, and the initial autopsy revealed no external trauma. Prescription medications were found near his wife's body, and their relevance to the cause of death remains very under investigation. So it's continuing investigation. So, but that being said, Hackman had a heck of a career. The film community has been deeply affected by Hackman's passing. The director Clint Eastwood said there was no finer actor than Gene. Intense and so intense and intensive. Never a false note. And he was a dear friend whom I will miss very much. And Francis Ford Coppola, a lot of Hackman as a great actor, inspiring and magnificent in his work and his complexity. Other notable figures, of course, include Morgan Freeman, Dustin Hoffman, Glenn Close, Tom Hanks, Viola Davis. Everybody was honoring this man. He retired a long time ago. So, and let's see. Let's continue what it says. Okay, so Hackman was born in 1930. He began his acting career in the 1950s and quickly established himself as a versatile and powerful performer. He starred in over 80 films, earning over 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor in The French Connection, which is a classic. If you haven't watched The French Connection, go watch The French Connection. What else? And his Best Supporting Actor and Unforgiven, which is also just a great Clint Eastwood movie itself, right there. And Hackman plays just a good bad guy. His role in Bonnie and Clyde and The Conversation and Hosers further cement his status as one of Hollywood's greats. Hackman retired from acting after his role in The Royal Tenenbaums, choosing to focus on writing and personal pursuits. Despite his retirement, his performances continue to inspire actors and entertain. So, the one thing I will always remember Gene Hackman for will always be him as Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor has his acting as Lex Luthor is just great because he just plays a dick. That's all he's doing. He's playing a dick, and he's doing it well. It's and he's the only Lex Luthor with hair until the very end of the movie. So, if you guys have not watched Superman the movie, yes, it's called Superman the movie. Go watch it. It's honestly one of my favorites to watch. So, it's honestly one of my favorites to watch, I would say. So, and there's also a 3-hour cut of that movie too. You could probably find it somewhere. I think you can actually buy a 3-hour cut of that movie. So, and Gene Hackman only did, let's see, he did Superman 1, 2, and 4, if I remember correctly. And the fourth one had John Cryer in there as his nephew. And he was just like, it was such a weird movie and whatnot, but it was no weirder than, I guess, Superman teaming up with Richard Pryor. Who knows? But anyway, that's it, everybody, for Epps World Entertainment News. I'm here right now. I'm going to hang out with the TikTok people for a little bit, play some music, and see how they are doing. So, everybody, this has been Korey. Keep on being geeky.